So, Mentin has just realised, and just told me actually, that the lobby uses the new textures for some reason here. Now, this is the post from New Year's. So, the lobby uses, so this is the, is it this giant boss? Yeah, I think it's the giant boss, so the legacy version. So, it's meant to have a granite torso, as seen here. So, you can see this is what it's meant to look like. This is with the old Roblox textures. But for some reason, the developers in the lobby, for some reason, they've made it so that it uses the new textures. Right, so you can see here, it's got the granite texture. And then for the hazmat, or the, hazard, I think is the hazard, it's got the new diamond-plated texture, as you can see here. But Menton says that this one looks nice. So the hazard already had a metal body. So here, you can see it's kind of doesn't really fit the diamond-plated stuff, it kind of doesn't fit the hazard that well, not compared to this one. This one I think does actually look better for the hazard. With that being said, I think the icons use the original. Do they have even icons? Yeah, so the icons used for these index icons, they're actually the old texture as well, because I think if you go into the game and you spawn these enemies, they have the old icon, or they have the old textures that's shown on basically the icon. Now, I don't have the giant boss, because I haven't beaten the hardcore mode where you get the giant boss enough times. So yeah, it's not here. But wait, the hazmat as an old image compared to, okay, fair enough. But what I can do is go into admin mode and then spawn in the giant boss. So if we go here, giant boss. And yeah, you can see it has the old granite texture, but it's just that on the index preview icon, in the lobby for some reason, it has the new granite texture. So while the lobby has the new texture for some reason, I think the new textures may be something to do with the new materials that are used in the lobbies, and the developers want to make the lobby look nice. So they've had to apply the new textures to this, and it inadvertently applies it to the enemies here as well. So with that being said, do you think the index is the only thing that's affected? Oh, no. Towers are also affected. And let's start off really simple, right? Let's start off with a tower that, oh god, right, I just realized the the slugger gladiator has the weird cobblestone thing as well. And look at its shoes. Its shoes are really odd. So while some of these towers are affected for the bug of new textures in the lobby, not all of them look that bad. So, for example, the Prime Raven Scout, you can see its texture looks fine. And in fact, I think for something like the Da Vinci Sniper, I think the wooden texture suits it better. Now, in terms of tower progression, I think the first tower that's affected is, I think, one of the Rocketeer skins. So if you go here, so the diamond-plated thing for the Dark Matter Rocketeer, I actually think looks better than the original, the version that you see in the game, but that's personal opinion. What isn't fine, though, is the Pumpkin Rocketeer's outfit here. I think it's granite or some concrete texture, but here it doesn't look too great. And I think another skin is the Steampunk Rocketeer. So the concrete texture here, doesn't look all that great either, and I don't like it. But that's personal opinion, so you're free to disagree. However, one thing that is fine with the new textures is the default farm. I think the default farm looks alright with the new textures, new Roblox textures for cobblestone. I mean, obviously that's because the farm isn't a proper humanoid tower. But yeah, the graveyard farm also applies for this because, again, it's a farm. Then the crypto farm also has the new concrete texture, but that's fine. And I think the pirate farm has the new sand/snow texture, so that's fine. The present farm doesn't have its color load in. Huh, okay, that's odd. Fair enough. However, I think this tower with the most problems is the Pyromancer. Yeah, so you can look at all of these skins, right? All of these skins look fine. I'm skipping out. Oh, the golden Pyromancer, though. No, the golden Pyromancer. What the heck is... It doesn't look golden. It looks... What is this? They swapped out the golden Pyromancer for a B-Tech version of the golden Pyromancer. This doesn't look right. I don't know what texture this is. I think it doesn't look smooth plastic, but it looks disgusting. No, it doesn't look great. And the worst skin, in my opinion, this is the worst skin. The Scarecrow Pyromancer genuinely looks shocking. It is so bad. Who in their right mind decide? I mean, obviously they didn't realize this, but this is ugly. This genuinely is like the worst skin. I mean, like on the previous skin, it doesn't look too bad. So on the icon here, you can see the previous texture, but here is terrible. I think these are the only skins that are affected, though. Other than that, I think, yeah. So it's just these two skins look terrible on the lobby preview. The military base skins, they look fine because they're just these, the towers, sorry, the units that spawn in, they're fine. The mortars are fine, except the mortar bunny mortar icon goes off the skin, goes off the square, sorry. Turret, I mean, actually, the boots here, the boots on the XR 500 skin aren't looking too great because, I don't know, I can't explain why, but I think they look better on the previous version. The Mercury base, I think, is fine because it doesn't have any other textures. The Electroshocker has the new boots for the hazmat, but again, like the XR 500 skin, doesn't suit it too much. The default Electroshocker doesn't have it, but it has a weird shadow here. I don't know what that is. Also, since when did the Electroshocker have a classic skin? Did I forget something? Oh no, I must have forgotten. I mean, the stall for the commanders, for the things that haven't been updated, has been updated to a new wood texture, and it doesn't look too great because it's not scaled properly with the stall. But to be fair, I only think a few of the towers have the stall. So that's the pirate commander, and the plushie commander, and the eclipse commander. Plus some others. Yeah, it doesn't look too great. The elf camp skin looks alright with the new textures. The default executioner, I think less so. The archer, yeah, I think all of its skins are affected. Yeah, it doesn't look too great. Apart from, actually, the Valentine's archer looks fine because that's plastic, while the others have, I think, the concrete texture. It doesn't look too great. The gladiator skin, on the other hand, yeah, the pumpkin gladiator, it looks terrible. No. And I think it's the Demon Gladiator as well. That one also looks terrible. This isn't... No, this is not it, Chief. And then the Slugger Gladiator has terrible shoes as well. It's the same issue with the Pyromancer, the Scarecrow Pyromancer. It doesn't look too great. Luckily, that's it. So just a half a dozen or even a dozen towers that are affected. But luckily, it's only the lobby version. The versions in the game, in sandbox mode or in regular gameplay, I think they're fine. So if you were to place down a gladiator here, so yeah, you can see it's got the old texture. So it's not the ugly cobblestone textures that you see in the game. So yeah, luckily, thankfully, this is all right. Although, yeah, it has the weird, the weird translution effect that it has on the head. Yeah, probably should make a video on that. But yeah, that's the ugly lobby textures. Yeah, disgusting, I know. I mean, like, technically, this is a Roblox issue, because it's Roblox who updated the textures, but then Tower Defense Simulator kind of implied it, or applied it to the lobby for, I believe, the lobby textures, but it inadvertently applied it to the towers because they are part of the lobby, technically. They're like in their own separate parts. It's just that we don't get to see them until we preview it. The previews aren't broken in the game. It's just that the lobby has the updated textures. Meanwhile, the game doesn't. So, I mean, it's not the worst issue in the world. It just makes the Scarecrow Pyromancer and the Gladiator skin, some of the Gladiator skins, look really, really bad. But yeah, it's just something to gawk at, I guess.